Good morning, workout buddies. Welcome to week 4 of Christmas Squish. How's it week 4 already? I don't know. What I do know is we're getting and staying fit through the holidays, and we're doing it together. So today I'm gonna share with you everything I ate and trained and the little things I do on a daily just to keep my mental health in check. So come spend the day with me. Let's stay motivated through the holiday season. And thank you guys for showing up for me because it really helps me stay on track. So let's make some breakfast. And yes, my breakfast is always oats with applesauce, but I'm out of applesauce, so we're going to improvise. I make oats every morning, but I haven't showed you guys in a while how I make them. So I'm just gonna show you my quick and simple, easy oats. I don't measure or anything. I kind of know by now how much to use. Let me measure it out for you though. I think it's about a cup, I would say. Maybe it's less. Okay, just about a cup. Cup of dry oats. I'll just push that over there. And I add in the water so it's just barely covering the oats and just kind of make sure they're all saturated. I pop this in the microwave for 1 minute, then stir it up, and then 30 more seconds. Stir it up again. Super easy. While that's in the microwave, I start my eggs. I just put a little dab of ghee in my pan. Oop, that was a big dab. Okay. Guess we're doing extra ghee this morning. And then just swirl that around. Gonna fry up 2 eggs. Look at these eggs though. These are from my friend Ginger's backyard. So fresh and good. She actually said she found like a live chick in one of them. Not live, but like, oh, pause. So now the microwave's done. I'm gonna stir that and then cook for 30 more seconds. Will you focus, please? Sometimes filming is such a pain in the ass because now my ghee is burning because we had a camera situation. Boom, boom. Ow! Welcome to my chaotic kitchen. Yeah, cooking on camera is just, it's difficult because the timing is hard enough when you're not trying to film something and get the right angles. Okay, well these are scrambled eggs today. That happens from time to time. It is okay. While those are burning, I'm gonna do a quick stir of my oatmeal. Assess whether I need to dump out water or add more in, or if I just so happen to correctly measure. And then this is gonna go in the microwave for 30 more seconds. These get a little salt. So here's the oatmeal. Stir it around a second time. Usually I'll add in applesauce, cinnamon, and walnuts right about now, but I don't have applesauce. Instead, I'm gonna add in some raw honey, because allergies. There's 2 allergy seasons here in St. George. There's one in the spring, and then there's one in the fall, also known as second spring. Stir it up. This raw honey though is like, it's like a piece of caramel. It's tasty though. Actually, I'm just gonna let that melt for a sec. And then instead of the fancy creamers, I've just been going in with a little bit of half and half. I am pretty lactose intolerant, like dairy kills me, but I've been doing a little splash of this in my coffee and I'm out of my applesauce, so we're just gonna improvise. Gonna do a little bloop bloop. Nothing too crazy. We're not swimming in cream or anything, but it's just enough to give it a little creamy consistency. And I say this is for healthy fats, but really I just like walnuts. I prefer walnuts and pecans in here as opposed to like almonds or something like that. They're a nice like buttery, nutty flavor. Yeah, they're nutty. That's what I would say. Nuts are usually nutty flavor. So, okay. Now I'm just grabbing my burnt eggs and I'm gonna eat that, I guess. Cool. Thank you for visiting my chaotic kitchen. But that is how I make my oats. I might actually do a little, you know, because I'm a glutton for punishment. There we go. Oh yes. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. Cinnamon has to go in every breakfast meal in the winter. It just has to. Voila. That is breakfast. Now, is this the most perfect and most ideal breakfast? No, it is not. But I ran out of an ingredient this morning, and that is fine. That's life. It happens. Do I measure my foods? No, I do not. Do I count macros or calories? Absolutely not. I focus on eating healthy foods about 80% of the time. Then I can have a piece of cheesecake here and there. I can have a little bit of cream in my oatmeal. It ain't no big thing. Something like this used to make me feel like I was gonna ruin my results. And if you're fine counting calories, counting macros, and doing all that stuff, that is totally great for you. I have a past of binge eating disorder. I made a full video about that if you guys want to check it out. It's a follow along workout video and talk about it for about 30 minutes straight. So if you want more information, go check that out. But for me, helps just to not care so much what I eat. Like make sure I have healthy options around, but I'm not obsessing about food and I'm going to enjoy every bite of this. That's breakfast. Just out for a little nature play today. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. Look at all these cattails over here. So pretty. I can rollerblade in December, you guys. I'm so spoiled. I love St. George. To go down this hill or not to go down this hill, I guess we're going. We'll be fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It's pretty steep for me, not gonna lie. We're going. We're going. Look how long this thing is. On a positive note, my brain's getting a massage. There's so many bridges on this path. Blue skies, open roads. What's not to love? I've got the red rocks here. Got beautiful mountains in the distance. I cannot complain. Okay. Don't really know how I feel about this. He was over it. He was having no more of it. I'm glad I was not rollerblading right there when I got it. It's a little creepy. But how are you guys doing with your workouts? You doing good? Are you keeping up on them? I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple days after Thanksgiving where I ate all the cheesecakes, I ate all the leftovers, and my tummy paid for it. But I still got my workouts in, still been eating mostly healthy. But it's much more difficult over the holidays, much more difficult. I love these cattails. Look how pretty. It's almost Christmas time. Are any of y'all gonna be alone for Christmas? I think I might do a live stream on Christmas called Alone on Christmas because I need some people to hang out with. None of my brothers are going home, so I'm definitely not going home. But if you've ever spent Christmas alone, it is not fun. It really is not. So I think I'm gonna do a live stream the whole day of Christmas. You guys should join me. Being around family is so much fun during the holidays, especially when you live out of town, you don't get to see them very often. It's just a time that everybody comes together. And it sucks not to be around your family during the holidays, but I know that's the case for a lot of people right now with quarantine and all that. So are any of you spending Christmas alone? Should I do a live stream? Is that something that people watch? I don't know. I'm gonna watch Christmas movies all day. I'm gonna make myself some yummy meals and I'm just really gonna hang out. My brother sent me a package in the mail, so I'm waiting until Christmas to open it, but might as well make the best of it. Oh, this bridge. This bridge is the worst on rollerblades. Whew. Look how long this thing is. This is the bridge that never ends. It's dinner time and I'm just having some leftover room bait from the other day. This is a channel of realness. What can I say? That's actually not as much food as I remember. Maybe I'll do an apple with almond butter as well. What a day. What a day. I still need to do my workout. I feel like my body's toning up really well with all the workouts I've been doing. I just have been skipping abs quite a bit. So I feel like if I do a fun challenge, then I'll be a little more motivated. I'm gonna do that in a little bit, but first I'm gonna eat dinner and let my food digest, watch a little Schitt's Creek. Oh, hello, and just like that, it's dinner time already. Doing some apples and almond butter. I've shared this a bunch of times, but if you guys have not tried this almond butter, it is so delicious. It's the gingerbread almond butter by Base Culture. When you get it, you really have to stir it together. Like, it's hard as a rock, but I promise it mixes together. It's so good. I linked this down in the description. It's one of my very favorite things ever, ever, ever. Have you guys ever gone down the narcissist rabbit hole on YouTube? If you have, you know Dr. Romani. The more I listen to it, the more my life makes sense. I have a few narcissistic family members. I've been in a relationship with a few narcissists, and I'm now just learning what covert narcissism is, and it's very eye-opening to me. And sometimes when I'm watching it, I'm like, am I a narcissist? I don't know, I feel that feeling sometimes too. But something she just said is, if you feel yourself becoming a detective in your relationship and you're often confused how the person feels, you're confused by their actions, they say one thing and then do another thing, you're often dealing with covert narcissism. And it's very toxic in a relationship and it's very toxic for your mental health. Everything was great when everything's great, but if I had a problem with something, they would just like discard me, discard my feelings, run and get narcissistic supply from someone else. I don't know, I'm just learning a lot about it. It's really interesting, it's fascinating. Makes me want to be a counselor when I grow up because I need more career options. But there's a couple things that I've experienced lately, and one of them is gaslighting and one of them is stonewalling. So I wanted to talk just a little bit about those two things today. And narcissists do both of these things. So basically, gaslighting is when they flip the script. They make you question your own sanity, they make you question what you saw, they make you question your reality, basically. And there's always lying involved with gaslighting, and eventually in a relationship, you don't know what's real and what's not. It's very manipulative behavior, and it kind of ties in with stonewalling, which is cutting off communication, saying, if you're gonna bring that up, I'm not gonna talk to you, or ghosting you on a conversation. Whenever a conversation comes up that's really hard to talk about, they're just not interested. They wanna push it away, they wanna escape, they're not gonna talk to you about it. They actually get mad at you for bringing something up that questions their integrity, and they cut off all communication because they just don't want to deal with whatever issue you're bringing up. So, and they'll silence the conversation, so they make the other person come back and be like, you're being so rude, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, the blame from that conversation is immediately put back onto the other person. So now the conversation is not about the original conversation that was brought up. that caused the stonewalling. The conversation is now about something else. So they got what they wanted, they cut off communication, you get upset, and now they have this leverage and they're in control again. It's all about control. These are two tactics that narcissists often use to control people and to get their supply. Basically, if you're not giving your narcissist supply, they get upset, they get anxious, they want to run, they want to get it from somewhere else. They have to get their supply. So once you're not giving it to them, they can easily discard you and get it from somewhere else, or manipulate you to get it from you. So if they make you feel guilty for something you said, it's just all very manipulative behavior. So I've dealt with a lot of narcissism in my life, and so I'm just kind of going down the wormhole. And sometimes I see those traits in myself as well. And I think those are like learned behaviors from other narcissists in my past and in my life. I don't feel like I have full-on narcissistic personality disorder, but I do sometimes get very defensive when my character is attacked, especially I feel like if it's wrongfully attacked. I guess most people are that way, but it's just interesting because like sometimes I'm like, wait, I'm like that sometimes. So I'm learning a lot about it. I'm very curious about it. I definitely do not act my best self a lot of times. And growing up in really dysfunctional families, I have to retrain myself how to react healthfully in certain situations because I don't always do that. Especially if I feel like I'm being deceived or abandoned. I get very angry very fast if someone's lying to me or if someone's trying to sweep stuff under the rug, because I've seen how that makes situations just compound and makes it so much worse later on. So that goes back to, I have like one very narcissistic parent and then a very avoidant parent. So I have kind of dynamics on both sides that kind of formed my idea, like first visions of what relationships are like. So I love all this psychological stuff because I want better. I want better for me, I want better for my partner, I want better for children if we end up having them in the future. Interesting stuff. Anyway, what do you guys feel about narcissism? Have you ever known a narcissist? Have you ever been in an intimate relationship with a narcissist? I knew one person I dated was a narcissist, but this other person that comes to mind, it's more like covert narcissist, so it's like sneaky and very manipulative and lots of lies, lots of deception, lots of trying to paint themselves in a really pretty picture. But then I'm like, I kind of do that too in the beginning of a relationship. You don't want to like be like, oh, here's all the dumb shit I've done. But I don't lie about it. If someone asks me something, you know, like I'm like, yeah, I could handle that better, but here's my perspective. And I really haven't done like all that much shady shit, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm doing tonight. What are you doing? Also, I did some laundry and need to fold all that shit right now. So I'm gonna watch some Schitt's Creek, fold some laundry, let the apple and almond butter digest, and then I actually just made myself a decaf coffee. So I'm gonna decaf and fold and Schitt's Creek. Yes, I'm watching Schitt's Creek for like the 4th time in a row. I'm gonna keep looping it. I love it. It's all good vibes. All right, so I just looked up how many calories you burn, just because I was curious, from rollerblading. I'm putting in my weight. Actually, I'm gonna go weigh myself really quick. I haven't weighed myself in like a month. I don't really care, but sometimes it's just fun to kind of see. I usually weigh myself first thing in the morning too, just so it's a consistent, accurate result, but I weigh 142. I'm 5'8", so that's a pretty low weight for me to be at. The lowest I think I've ever been is 136, maybe 135, I don't remember, but I was not healthy at that weight. So 142, and then minutes spent exercising today, I actually went for like an hour. So in 1 hour, I burn about 850 calories because I'm doing vigorous rollerblading, like really pushing hard, pretty much the whole time. Doing some uphills, doing some downhills. That's quite a lot of cardio for me, but my body's feeling good. I look forward to it every single day. So I'm gonna do some abs while I listen to more Dr. Ramini. Is it Ramini or Ramini?
Hi everyone, it's Dr. Ramini. Welcome back to this YouTube channel.
Dr. Ramini and I are gonna have a little ab session. I'm just gonna listen to her wisdom while I get rock hard abs.
Because you're not able to talk openly about your experience of narcissistic abuse. I'd love to hear from you on this one, where you felt like you couldn't even explain this to anyone. And so
my whole childhood, yes, in fact.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this.
Workout is complete. Why is it on the days that I want to work out the least that it feels the very best? 10 minutes and done. I'm gonna go light a candle, have a nice hot bubble bath, a little Epsom salt situation. And that is it for today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, share it with your friends. See you tomorrow.